it all out. Oh. God. All right, everybody, there you have it. That was not the way how I wanted to end it. All right, a couple things. Title of the thing was 3D Archer and a Hunter enter a 3D Archery Tournament. It's the old joke, two guys into a bar, bad things happen. Pretty much bad things happen to us. I give a lot of credit to Joeyana. He's never shot targets before, especially a tournament. He hung in there. Everything that you've seen happen to him happened to me on my very first time I did it. Alright? Targets are mean. Targets are cruel. Targets are unforgiving. But targets is an awesome learning tool. Alright? And the biggest lesson Joey learned is he's not a target archer. Yeah, so am I. I'm not one either. So, I shot pretty good. I go over my scores. Don't mind me. I've gotten old. I've went to the doctor and I failed my close-up eye exam. And the doctor goes, Mr. Richards, you know, you have a problem reading fine print. And being the eternal smartass that I am, I go, well, that's okay. That's why I got lawyers. He didn't think it was amusing, but I got a chuckle out of it. All right, so I had a 117, pretty good. I want a 120. That's my goal. I want a 120 for an average of 360. I'd be pretty happy with that. I mean, I think that's shooting pretty darn good. Then I dropped down to a 106 and a 100. Now, I had 2 X's in the first game, right? Now, there's a guy that's shooting. On his quiver, he had a belt buckle. He is the New York State IBO 3D Archery champion. Now, I shot against him before, and I beat him in the 450 last year. He beat me this year in the 300 by a couple points. So we're in there today and we're shooting. I could watch him seeing me. And my big thing when I shoot is I do not try to watch the other guy. I'm always trying to, hey, just do what I got to do, work my system, and I'll be fine. All right? So what happened in the end? Lesson learned. Big freaking lesson learned. I drew back and the arrow didn't touch my nose. That's one of my triggers to let me know that I'm doing everything right. That arrow on the nose. It didn't touch. I'm like, well, God, if, you know, and I felt really good alignment here. Right? Really good alignment. I had felt no pressure pulling the bow to the inside. Didn't feel it on my thumb pushing the bow to the outside. I didn't feel the bend in my wrist. My wrist felt straight. The energy felt going that way. I'm like, well, God, it's the last shot. You know, I mean, how bad can this be? Boom! Even now I'm choking. See, that's a double choke. You know, I blew it. But then, guess what I found out? I ended up, as you know, with a 323. The guy, top shooter, he gets his equipment from PSC. He's sponsored by him. Shot a 324. 1 point. All I had to do was hit the stupid target, and I would have at least tied him, or probably beat him. But I didn't. You know what? C'est la vie. That's life. I enter it to learn, and I learned a big lesson. And the next week, in the archery league that I'm in, I drew down so many times. It didn't feel right, I didn't shoot. Didn't feel right, I didn't shoot. I ended up in the high 320s. Right? That's about my average. I'm always in the 320s. I got to break through it. What happens to me now is I'm making less bad shots. My group is not smaller, but it's consistently in a different size. So I used to have like a whole bunch here and then a bunch spread out. Now I don't have so much here, but my group's right there. And it's just me getting my new shot cycle down. I hit the yellow twice, and if I would have tied him, hit the X twice, he hit it once, I would have won the tiebreaker. But this past week, I hit a whole bunch in the yellow. I shot really well in the indoors because I took my lessons learned. So that's what this video is about, boys and girls. Lessons learned. If you're new, you're going to fail. You're going to miss. You're going to do all those things. Don't get it down. Don't get down. Just take it. It's an objective lesson. It's showing you that there's something in your shot cycle that's causing those inaccuracies. If you've been doing it a while and you did like I did and you chucked it, lesson learned. If it's not right, draw down. It's not worth it. Wasn't worth it for me. It cost me first place. All right? So that's how it goes. That's how the cookie crumbles and all those other good sayings. You know what? You can take all them. It's a moral victory. I hung with a New York State IBO champion, the guy sponsored by PSC with his $1,300 bow, I think it is, and I shot my $45 eBay bow. There's no moral victory. See, a loss is a loss. You know what? And I don't Don't dwell on it. Next day I went out shooting, had a ball, doing something else. All right, that was then, this is now, but I learned. And that's the big thing, draw down. Moral of the story is, if it don't feel right, draw down. I always get there and I go, I could save this. No, you can't. All right, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Joey, for joining me. If you're wondering where Jeff was, well, this was done on daylight savings time, and a certain Jeff Krug forgot to set his clock forward, so he couldn't make it. Otherwise, Jeff would have been there with us. All right. I hope you enjoyed the video, watching me blow it. All those that don't like me, all my haters, please give me a thumbs up for watching me get my butt kicked, choked, whatever you want to call it. Don't bother me, because come shoot with me, and we'll see how good you really are, right? Don't pick on people. The only person I pick on is Gray Archer, because he picks on other people. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. An all-new episode. 3D Archery. Lights off.